Good evening, or good morning from sunny Brisbane.
Good morning.
Still ain't getting it fucking right. I've been doing this for 4 years and I still keep getting it wrong.
The opposite of what you're looking at, mate. That's what you got to look. That's it. You're in.
From Gatwick to Brisbane. This is lovely, isn't it? How's your morning this morning, sir?
Good, mate. Beautiful morning. Not a cloud in the sky. Just lovely. Absolutely gorgeous. That's what day is it? It's Thursday for me now, isn't it?
Yeah,
Thursday.
it's Thursday for you, mate.
It's been like that all week. It's been lovely. Yeah. I keep saying it. It's a lovely time of year up here in Brisbane. Yeah. Not too hot. It's just a beautiful, beautiful time of year.
Like a decent spring here sort of thing you were saying.
Yeah, I might have to switch. That sun's just coming over the trees. It'll probably blur it all out in a minute. I might have to spin round.
All right,
but
okay.
If you see me jumping around and going off screen, that'll be it.
Yeah, no worries at all. No worries at all. Right, so let's just quickly say hello to whoever's in the chat. Mark Pendleton. Good evening, Mark.
Good day, Mark.
Evening to us and all in the chat. Stereth is in the chat. Hope you are both well. Not a great start to the campaign. It's not, but we will get to that a little bit later on. But we also, as the title of the show suggests, we are going to be talking about one player in particular tonight, Mama Kudus. How good is he, and how important is this season for him and for us? We'll get into that in a little while. We'll have a look, see who else is in the chat. Brendan, how are you, sir?
Brendan.
Well, and Mr. Bong, of course. James, how are you, son?
James,
lots for Loppy to do after the Villa game. Indeed, there is, Mark.
Fair bit to ponder, Mark. Fair bit to ponder.
Stuart Burt's in the house. Good evening, you, Stuart. Darren Middlecoat. Good evening, sir.
Darren.
Hello to each other. Wasim's in the chat.
Hey, Rasheed.
How are you, mate? That seems to be the last comment we have for the moment. I'm sure that'll change in a few minutes. But hey, here we go. So, yeah, not a great start, really, to be fair, on Saturday. We actually didn't really look like we were going anywhere in the first 20 minutes, I'll be honest. You know, I think penalty was very fortuitous.
Yeah, it wasn't a great start, mate. It was, there was a lot of expectation, wasn't there? Especially all new signings. But I did say last week, mate, don't be surprised if Sufal, Socek and Antonio start. And even Mavropanos did start as well. So that didn't surprise me as it did a lot of others. I expected that. I didn't expect he'd make the wholesale changes. Because the way I look at it, mate, playing in teams and squads is you can't just come in as a new manager and just dump everyone on the bench. And because you are building a squad and you need this squad all through the season. So you can't piss everyone off as well. And plus, you've got players there who've only been there 10 minutes. And you've got to get them integrated into the team and the squad. So I didn't expect him to throw everybody on. Maybe Wan-Bissaka did have a little knock and he didn't risk it. That could be why he didn't start.
Well, that was the story that was released anyway.
Yeah, it didn't surprise me, the lineup, mate. It was hard at times to watch because it didn't seem like there was much change from last year, did it, for a while? Most of the game.
With the exception that Tommy Socek actually had a decent game, I thought.
I thought he was all right. I don't think he'd done anything brilliant. I mean, he got a lot of people were slaughtering him and blaming him for everything, and I don't think that's fair. No. I mean, you got Guido there. Looks like he was treading water in the midfield. Good on the ball. He's good on the ball, but it's like the opposite of Socek. But that midfield of Villa, mate, they were quick. They were running past him, mate. He was getting done for speed there. And he was a bit lonesome as well because we were pushing old Tommy Souček further up the pitch. He was backing up the front, you know, the front line. So he was getting that sort of tactic weren't sort of working. And below par performances by, say, Bowen, Tufal weren't his best. I thought Mavropanos was my man of the match. I thought he was superb. Yeah, that's the best game I've seen him. And he's the guy I mentioned last week. I said, he worries me. You know what I mean? He worries me. But my word, I thought he had a great game.
Really stepped down, didn't he? You know?
Yeah, I thought he was involved and superb and trying to dominate as hard as, you know, as much as he could. I thought he had a really good game. Especially for him, because you know, he worries me. You know, he has been suspect in the past. I thought he had really good. Yeah. And it was disappointing not to get it. But you got to remember, Villarreal. We said it last week. They're a bloody good team, and they're a well-drilled team, and they were good at times. They broke really quick.
Good manager, you know.
Is that mate?
I said they got an exceptionally good manager too.
Absolutely. You know what I mean? And they didn't finish fourth for no reason last year. No, I was hoping they'd have a repeat of their first game of the season last year where they got 5-1 by Newcastle. And they still finished fourth. So, you know, the world's not over for us. I was never going to panic if we lost this game. And I was never going to get too excited if we won it. Because it's early days, man. There's no manager in the world that doesn't. We are a transitioning team. We've brought in a lot of new players. We're getting rid of players. Probably still going to get rid of a few more. There's no team that just hits the ground running, throwing in that many new players into a squad. It has to take time. But I think the changes might be run against Palace. I think there might be a couple more at least on the pitch.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
And I'm quite confident that I think we'll see Devo start as well. Every chance, but it seems a bit, if that's the case and Mavropanos don't start, it seems a bit unfair as he was one of our better players. But whatever he thinks is the best, whatever Lopetegui at this moment thinks is the best thing to take the pitch. If Lopetegui saw it the way we did, he would hoof Gilman off and put Devo in his place. In my mind, that's what should happen. Brendan says that he thought that we would get 2 points from the first 3 games. You never know, mate. We might turn up next week.
Well, we can't get 2 points now, Brendan. It's either 3 or none.
We could easily get 3 points at Palace. And again, we could easily get spanked as well.
3 or 1.
You know.
Look, mate.
Simon, good evening to you, sir. Hope you're well. Our season starts on Saturday against Palace.
Yes, sir.
That's the attitude, mate.
It does now.
Yeah.
It does now.
We have to give the new coach time. Yeah. Lobby should have blooded a couple more newbies, especially independent. You see, that's what we've just been saying, Mark, is that we feel that he did it the right way. But, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it's hard to say, man. It's hard to say.
Yeah, Danny boy, good evening to you. I believe that's Ryan. Good evening, Ryan. Fortune diving down under TV.
Kingy, that fucking winter's magnificent, isn't it? Eh? It's beautiful. Eh? Sitting here, mate, in my shorts, middle of winter. Yeah, it's hard to beat, isn't it? It's hard to beat, boys. I watched you. Jesus Christ. Just saying on old Fortune's hiding down under. Yeah. I missed the show the other day, live one, and I mean, how comes I didn't get a notification? So I looked back on the channel thing, and I weren't subscribed, but I was subscribed. So YouTube has sort of unsubscribed me. So for anyone that's signing up for Fortune hiding down under, just check you're subscribed to them, because I'll catch them. They'll be on. Yeah, Thursday morning for you lot, Thursday night for me. I'm going to hopefully catch them live.
Yeah, I catch them often, quite often.
I missed it because it didn't come up, and I went, well.
They should get you on there, mate.
Yeah, I'll see Kingy at some stage. We'll hop on for a visit and say hello. I'll try and get Kingy on here. You can come on here and have up, say hello.
Definitely. Have you got his number?
No, I haven't. He'll have to send it to us.
So, Ryan, send or get your number to me or Kieran, and we'll get you on here. Or I suppose we could always email the link to him. But anyway, we need to get hold of you, Ryan, other than just in a live chat. Randy, good evening to you, sir. How's it going tonight? Well, it could be better.
Hey, Randy.
Could be a lot worse too, though. Right, saying hello. Everyone's saying hello. What do you guys think of the lineup on Saturday? Thought the midfield was very poor at times. There is still a lot of different players. But I guess things will change.
That's it, sir. Look, it's all very well in hindsight to say, oh, Wan-Bissaka should have played, or Tadibo should have played. You know, I mean, we lost. We weren't that great. And it's easy to say, yeah, we should have put all these players in. Oh, Somerville on the left. Maybe. But that might not have worked either. Maybe it's too early. I don't know. We don't know the mind of Lopetegui at the moment, you know, how he sees it. I do believe after that game he'll make changes. I don't think, or he definitely won't see the same team next week.
He's going to want to see how they get on in training and all that as well. I mean, really and truly, if he'd have put in a lot of new players on Saturday, it would have been just like going down to the local park, picking 11 random geezers out and saying, come and play Barcelona.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. I just find it hard to say, you know, first game, mate. Well, I wouldn't get carried away. Either way, I wouldn't get carried away.
So checks the traffic cone.
Yeah.
Does a job, but when it comes to bottom moments, we'll be pushed out of the way. I agree.
I think it will be eventually, mate. But you know, it's really. I'm not sure how he's going to line it up, man. This is the thing. I think Alvarez not being there is an issue. I think if Alvarez was fit, you know, he'd be in, and you wouldn't see Souček. And that could be what he's looking at. The sort of Guido and Alvarez combination there in front of the back four, and then he might even go to a back three there. And then, you know, have your two wing backs in Wan-Bissaka and Emerson. So I think that's eventually what he's going to end up with, the three centre-halves and two wing backs with Guido and Alvarez in front. And then the rest of it, he can mix around. You know, your Paqueta, Bowen, Kudus, Somerville, Tonio, Fulcrum. That comes later. But I think he'll want to get solid at the back. And I think he'll end up with three centre-halves. But we shall see. I'm still not sure of that. I'm just guessing that's where he's heading.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose, you know, what you would probably see is like a 3-3-1 kind of thing. No, it wouldn't, would it? No, it'd be, what did you say? 3-5-2, wouldn't it?
Be something like that. Mate, it depends. I always believe that you can forget these formation bullshits, right? Yeah. Until it's all about the formation is when you've got the ball and the formation when you haven't got the ball. It changes and it should change. You know what I mean? You shouldn't be just sitting in that formation just when you haven't got the ball.
No, you're right.
You haven't got the ball, you become compact. You bring people across the midfield. You have probably 5 across the midfield. Maybe only 1 up in front of you. Like, you know, your wing backs can drop. It depends. It's 2 different formations with the ball and without it. So I look.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
with the ball, we want to be pushing, because one thing I did notice there, we didn't press. We soft pressed Villa, and we made it easy for them to get out. We sort of half pressed it, and to me, and I can understand it in the first game on a hot day, it's not easy to do that pressing shit. So they were sort of half pressing, one going, one staying, then maybe another one, but we weren't. They were getting out very, very easily. We weren't fucking trying to pin them in. They were getting out very easily, and they had a good midfield, Villa, in Onana, Tielemans, and McGinn. So they were finding it fairly easy to get on the attack to us. No, yeah, it was a bit disappointing
that. Just want to say, I've just received. Hold on. Yeah, Ryan, I have received your friend request. Thank you very much, sir. I will respond to that after the show. Good point there from Mark. If AWB's not fit on Saturday, put Mavropanos right back next to Devo.
Oh no, I don't know.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't expect him to bomb forward, you know. Like we were just saying.
If he went to three at the back, Mark, I can see Kilman, Tadebo, and Mavropanos being the three, and if AWB ain't fit, then you probably still have to go with Sufa.
Or would you? Or would you though?
Who'd you put on the right? We're lacking there, don't we?
Well, it wouldn't.
We ain't got if average white man's not fit.
Yeah, but
he's on the bench, so that tells me.
Defender, would it? Wouldn't strictly have to be a defender.
Well, you'd think a wing back defend the top. You need something there that can get back as well, and that's the thing.
Somebody like Bowen, for example, drop him back there.
I think it's. We don't want to be starting putting too many square pegs in round holes. We've done all that.
You've also got to remember he's wearing the captain's armband now, and he'd be able to see more of the game from there. You know, I'm not suggesting that you should make him a defender, not in any way, shape, or form. If he was
that could be something really out of the box. You could stick Bowen at wing back. You could put Kudus in front of him, or vice versa.
Exactly.
Or vice versa. But that'd be interesting to say the least. It really would.
Or would you even think maybe that somebody like and it wouldn't be too unfamiliar to him, I suppose. What's his face? I can't remember his frigging name.
Oh, I don't fucking know who you're talking about, guys.
The young lad.
Galemi?
Yes.
No, he ain't seeing the light of day for a while, that boy.
Probably not. But it wouldn't be unfamiliar ground to him. He is predominantly an attacker. Now that probably would be a round peg in a bloody.
I think so.
Round hole. Yeah, no, that's probably right. Danny Boy, Howard, GP. Good evening to you, sir.
GP.
Oh, great! I love it. I wonder if all these logged on the old network books and that. I'd love them to read that. That'd be funny. I might screenshot.
What we want GPs on our side. Yeah, but
I might screenshot this bit later and send it into the group. Great, isn't it?
We can't lock Russ up, mate. He won't be able to put the music on the next home game.
No, true. Yeah. The exciting thing is each game will bring something different, and that's what we all wanted.
That's it. Like we said last week, we could basically, we knew that we didn't have to wait for the team sheet. We knew what was going on every week. We sort of knew what was coming here. I hadn't got a clue. Even though I suspected that Sufal, Socek and Antonio would play, and they did. But this, I don't know what he's going to do. Is he going to make wholesale changes next week? It's quite exciting. Is he going to set up differently? I don't know what he's going to do. You know what I mean? At least we got options from that bench. We didn't have them last year. You looked at the bench last year and you went, oh, for fuck's sake, what are we going to do to change this game? Bring on Ings. You know, that's how it was. You got, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. I mean, look, how did Palace do with keeping hold of Mark Gay? Did they keep him? Do you know?
At the moment, he's still there, guys. At the moment, he's still there, and so is Eze. Right. And there's lots of rumours about both of them being pinched, but nothing
chances
concrete.
are then we're going to be facing both of them young men. So, Eze, we got to have somebody pretty strong on that right hand side.
Well, no, he'd be on the right. Yeah. So Emerson's going to have to deal with it. Good luck with that. He's some boy that
ain't that bad a defender, really. To be fair, I think he's actually got quite a good game on him, Emerson. And as I said last season, he's
going to be up against
the player of the season last year. He really was.
Yeah, he had a good season. Look, it's just anyone's up against it against Eze. The boy's class act. Yeah. Really is a class act.
You got to remember that Gay, as you know, he's established himself now as a decent centre back. You know, a really good.
Oh yeah.
He's getting ups, etc. Got all the plaudits from England fans during the Euros. We know what he's capable of. We've got to have somebody really tricky up against him. And I think that is Fulcrum. I really do think it is.
Well,
he drops off the shoulder and everything. And I know Antonio tries it, but he's so clumsy with it. You know, we know that Fulcrum's got a little bit more about his game. I'm thinking that, you know, he should be getting the first 60 minutes this time round. Instead of the last 16. But yes,
like I say, I need to see more of Fulcrum. Obviously, we saw 20 minutes or so of him the other day. He never touched the ball. But he's the kind of player, if he doesn't touch the ball, that isn't his fault. It's because he never gave it to him. It's simple as that. If you want to bring him into the game, you've got to use him in the right way. So I'm waiting to see how Lopetegui. I'm hoping that from what I've seen of that boy, is that he's more, like I said before, he's more like Harry Kane. He likes to come into that number 10, pick the ball up, lay it off. He's got good feet, left and right, and he can get on the end of a cross as well. So it depends how we play him. And I say it'd be interesting to see if he starts now. Every chance he will, man. And we have Antonio for that last half hour.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Darren says that Mavropanos stepped up because his place is under threat. That's probably very true.
Maybe, Darren. Exactly.
It doesn't really matter why he stepped up. The fact that he had stepped up is important to the whole game, to the whole squad. So, you know, let's hope that his place is under threat on a daily basis, because if that's the case, we've got a monster of a defender on our hands. Hi, says Howard. Hi, Howard, says Mark. Saying hello. Good evening, Mr. Cox.
Hey.
How are you, sir? Hope you're well. What a jolly pleasure, Mr. Ailes says.
Hey, Howard.
If I leave here tomorrow. Now, I know that's the opening line of the song.
It is, isn't it? Sort of recognise that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And I know the song, it's going round in my head.
Yeah, same here. I said, Danny, stop that. Fuck's sake. Now I'm fucking thinking that. If I leave here tomorrow. Isn't it that? Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey.
Hi, Helen. No easy game in the Premier League. You just knew that Durán was going to score against us. It was obvious, wasn't it? And it was like, it was obvious that when Lingard went back to Man United that he would do it. And,
Having said that, we say that about every ex-player. Normally it comes to West. Every ex-player, he's going to score it. And they don't. 9 out of 10 times they don't. And then we've done it with this one. Everybody, he's got to score. He normally wouldn't, but he did. And I'll tell you what, fair play to Palace for that goal. That was 3 first-time passes to open us up. Bang. Great goal. It was a really good goal. You know what I mean? I can't criticise many people in that, because the play was so quick that no one took 2 touches. It was all first-time balls, and it just caught everyone.
That first ball, the first ball that started that off, right, that reminded me of the touch that we used to see a lot from Fornals. It was his kind of touch. The ball would be coming to him. He'd already know where he wants to put it. Pop.
Yeah. That was a good goal.
You know, it was great. Really, really
The
well.
first goal was shit. That was disappointing from that corner. But the second goal, you can't deny that. It was just good football.
Yeah, Dragon has our number at the moment. Hope Locatelli can work and tactics. Well, yeah, and let's hope we can. As I said, yeah, if we use Fulkrug, he is a bit of a monster on the ball, and you know when he's on the ball, there ain't many people shrugging him off it, mate.
Oh no,
and that defence will be very concerned if he starts. I'm telling you.
I'm hoping that the link, if Fulkrug starts, that he comes with Paqueta could be good. You know, the ball's into his feet, and then maybe getting the ball back and whatever. I think that's how I see it in my head. That's how I'd be looking at playing him, coming for the ball, coming out of the box for the ball. Paqueta or Kudus giving it to his feet, then their movement to get it back or go out wide. That's how I see him
flipping in over the back. You know,
Well, I'll say. I reckon that we won't be able to judge this team until we're about 6 games in, dude. You know what I mean? It's really impossible at the moment to judge it, and you need to be about 6 games in and see what the side starts settling then to what your first 9, 10 players are, and then we'll have more of an idea of where we're going with this. At the moment, I really am in the dark with it.
Yeah. Oh, God.
We'll get more of a settled team then, I think.
I've got a bloody dog on my lap now. But... Say hello to you, YouTube.
Oi, big boy.
Molly. Hello, Molly.
He looks happy.
He's actually, because I'm cuddling him. He's actually bloody happy. Oh, yeah, all right. What are you pushing against me for? He said. Right, you just settle down now. Yeah, listen, I think they're probably going to be looking at being very unsure about how things are going to work for maybe the next 6 to 8 games even.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, at the moment, we're very lucky. We ain't got to travel no distances to get to the game. We're in London for the next 4 or 5 games.
Yeah, we got back 2 months in London playing. So pretty amazing.
Yeah. So, we're not actually going to be travelling out of the city. So we've got to see how they do when there is that to consider as well. Because as you know, Kieran, you've played football. You know that travelling to a game can affect how you play.
That can. So we've got that in our advantage. So it's a small advantage, but it's there. You're not travelling up to Newcastle.
Yeah, true.
It'll get settled. It'll take time, mate. Oh man, I'm leaving here tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, I know what it is now.
That's that one.
Easy like Sunday morning, the Commodores.
Yeah, Commodores. That's it.
Thank you, Danny.
Yeah, stop it, Danny. Fuck's sake. Yeah.
Oh dear. No more blind faith in the Moyes Brigade. Players, please. Yeah. I mean, look, Mark, there are certain players from the Moyes era that we don't want to lose. And whether they're at the tail end or, midway or at the beginning of his era, there are certain players we don't want to lose. Namely, Bowen. I think Emerson should stay. I really do. I think he's quality. We don't want to lose Paqueta. We don't want to lose Kudus. Stop it, will you? Dog. Stop bugging me. We don't want to lose Alvarez. We don't want to lose Areola.
I didn't really want to lose Aguirre, but he it's quite telling that he weren't even on the bench, was he, at the weekend?
No.
So that's quite telling to me. And there was no report of any injury or anything.
Yeah.
So it still looks like that boy's going to be out the door, doesn't it? And that's worrying. And we still got, but it looks like this Soler guy is coming in. It looks like that could be done in the next couple of days. We've still got another midfielder in. If Aged leaves, God, I think we could do with another centre half. But yeah, that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
I'll put Aged with pride under this boy.
75% of the defence that conceded 74 league.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, it's true, Steve. We didn't change it much there, did we? It's only Kilman what was the difference. And quite frankly, look, when we conceded that first goal from the corner, I know Antonio lost his man, but you've got to remember, Antonio's there to block him, not to necessarily mark him. Antonio was there to block him, and he failed miserably, right, against that 7 foot tall Anana. But he's here to stop him timing a run to get on the end of a ball. That's his job. He didn't do it very well. But once that ball came over, I see Kilman behind, in the 6-yard box. He didn't react. He was on his heels and stood there while Anana come in between the two centre halves, headed in. And Kilman he was too late. He hesitated, and then he was too late. And that worried me. I went, Kilman, come on. You've got to react to that.
Yeah.
Anything coming into that 6-yard box, them two centre halves should be challenging for at least one of them. We went over Mavropanos' head, fine. But then it's Kilman's turn, and he didn't react. But he had a reasonably decent game after that. But I do look at that, and it worries me.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah.
No, I thought, actually, look, Danny boy, he said...
It's not another line, is it?
Hold on. There was a comment here. Oh, I don't know. I can't find it. Anyway, he said it's spliffing, meaning very good, nice, lovely. And you've got some drawings of Anton and Russ you want to share. Almost cried myself. Right, listen, stop with the song lyrics, you lot. The Heavy Tokers Network Wednesday. Some people call me the Space Cowboy.
Yeah.
Or the Gangster of Love. Right, where's Annette tonight? She hasn't turned up yet. Strange. She knew we were on as well. Howard took 3 places to put his right hand on. Oh my God. Yeah, he's a bit tall. I mean, I thought I was quite tall, but he's taller than me. Would love to come on. It's perfect for me this time of day as I'm off work. Kieran, if you're in Brisbane Hammer's having a meet at Pig and Whistle for the Chelsea. 9:30 p.m. Come down. Oh my God, look, he's putting all my shit everywhere, dog. Go away.
Yeah, got you, mate. Unlikely where I am out here, Geezer, but you never know. My boy would like to do that too. He'd like me up here, boys. We'll see how we go. But yeah, we'll get you on next week, maybe, Ryan. We've got your number.
Is Kieran driving yet?
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool.
And you know the beauty about it, he's 21, isn't he? And he don't drink either. How's that?
It's done. We're going down to Pig and Whistle for the Chelsea game.
He'd like to do that, I think. I'll keep that in mind, right? Cheers.
Yeah. The old Pig and Whistle, mate. Proper East End pub sounding name, isn't it?
Yeah, that's where all the football games are in the Pig. I think is there 2 Pig and Whistles now in town, right? I think there is, isn't there? The one at Riverside, I'd imagine you're talking about. Cause that's where I went. I went there for the playoff finals, that Pig and Whistle. You know, back here, both of them, the Palace one and what's the other fucker we? Our Palace where we got fucked, wasn't it? We lost. Who was the other one?
Blackpool?
Yeah,
No.
yeah, the one we won. I went to the pig whistle for them, yeah. So I know where you are, mate.
Yeah. Funny thing was, we had Blackpool at Crawley last week, because they're both in the same league now, League One. They all turned up, and I walked in the pub wearing a West Ham shirt. I did get some funny looks. That was quite funny. When starting most of that team that conceded 74 goals last season, that's a bit of a red flag. I'm sure a lot of you will get the new training integrated quickly. Exactly. I'm doing fine now. Yeah, whatever. Stop with the songs. Does anyone know when Alvarez is due back? Well, I heard last week that he wasn't going to be in the squad for the Aston Villa game because there was at least 2 weeks until he's back. That's what I heard last week. I don't know what the current status is. I'm sure somebody will tell us. Pasadena's, I always thought they were quite soulful. Yeah, they were good. Pasadena's, I liked them. Possibly this weekend or fall in September. Yes, there you go. There's the answer for you. Originally done by New York City. Okay. Randy says that was what Ian said, James. Right, okay, cool. Thanks, Mr. Randy, no props. Right. Daniel Neal. Good evening, Daniel. We actually are in transition for once. Feeling positive against Palace if we switch it up. I reckon we'll do them 3-1. That's a big
Right, well done, Daniel.
That's a big shout, but we're very comfortable.
Yeah, like I say, I find it hard to make a prediction, so I know what the team sheet is, you know. But yeah, we might as well, at least we're staying positive. I think most people are still positive about it. A lot of disappointment about that game. But we know the potential there is to change it completely, you know, that team. We have got that potential now off the bench. So, you know, I mean, we haven't seen the best of the signings yet. So, yeah, hopefully, we will be. And they come good. I just think old Somerville, Crescencio, you know, he's the boy that I'm looking forward to see as a starter. I'm not sure it will be this weekend, but I want to see that boy because I think he's got a future. I mean, he could be a real impact player for us.
Sheriff says, hope the rumours that United are after Alvarez they're not true. Need him in the middle, main pivot. Could end a great partnership with Rodgers or Goofy Socek. I would say that is. Need a strong midfield. Yes, we do. And Alvarez is the main pivot, as you said. Same thing. I can see Matt was cover for both right back and right centre back. Evening all, by the way. Good evening, Damien. Thank you for joining.
Hi, Damien.
Right. Anyway, listen, guys. I'm going to skip a few of these comments purely and simply because I want to get on to the subject that we were going to talk about, which is, of course, Kudus. Good evening, Happy Umrat. Thank you for joining us. Everyone's saying hello. Don't look like you. Moyes will get a job for deadline day. For the stuff with the check quiz.
Yeah. Well, he gets a job, we sell him on to him. Yeah.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. Guay nearly agreed with Newcastle.
Fucking hell.
Mateta
as well wants to leave. Jesus.
Wow.
Hey, Gemma.
Good evening
Oh,
to you.
I mean, if they lost Elise, Gemma, Gahey, Jesus Christ, the whole team's gone. They've already lost Elise. Didn't they?
Yeah. Yeah.
ABH.
Right, okay. Newcastle have switched their attention from Gay to Dianati from Chelsea and Topopol from Leverkusen. They're now looking at. Right, okay, thank you. Right, okay, so we have been talking quite a lot about just general stuff. Let's talk a little bit about Mohamed Kudus. Obviously, you know, he's a club favourite right now. But just how important is he to the club? And, you know, what are the chances of us selling him in the next window at January?
No.
You know?
No, I think it's becoming very obvious. And I said it at the time, Geezer, about when we signed Kudus after I watched him a couple of games. I went, he's going to be a more important signing to us than Paqueta. And I think it's showing that now. And he showed that last season, that he's relentless, absolutely relentless. And we cannot let that boy go anywhere. He's the key. We've got to keep him, mate. He's going to be that little battle factor in most games. I really did take a notice of him at the weekend. And I can't believe how many situations he gets himself in with 2 or 3 players around him. The ball's bouncing around and he comes out with it. And he got, even my boy, we were watching it together and he said, it'll come out. He'll go, yeah, he's still got it. He's still got it. Fucking hell. He gets in so many tight spaces and gets away. Man, he's good. I loved his battle at the weekend with Matty Cash. Him and Matty Cash are going for it, mate. And he done it. I mean, he skinned Cash a couple of times. Cash got the better of him a couple of times. I remember there was one bit there where he skinned Matty Cash and got to the line, but Matty Cash got back and blocked the cross. It was a really good battle. Me being an old right back, I enjoyed watching it. It was and Matty Cash is no slouch, man. He's a good right back. Always liked it.
He's a very useful player, Matty Cash.
Well, we were linked with him a long time ago before he went to Villa, and I thought he was going to get him. But he's a good right back. But that was a good battle, mate. They both done well. I thought Kudus probably got the better of him in the end. But a really good battle. Enjoyed it, and I just love the way Kudus goes at players, the way he comes away with the ball in tight spaces. He's super. Yeah, a great player for us, man.
He's also got presence of mind to know when he needs to come back and defend. And it's not just his desire to get on the ball. Because, I mean, although that is very strong in him, he knows how to be a team player.
I think so. He works for the team.
And I think he
works hard, man.
He's the way he wants to play. I think him and Paqueta playing close to each other would be perfect for him, because not only does Kudus have that quick thinking about quick 1-2s and little balls over the top and that, Paqueta's very much like that as well. And I think working as a pair, I think we could destroy teams. In that top.
No, if you can get Paqueta at his best, it's been a while since we've seen him at his best. When he was last year, middle of the season, my God, he was fantastic. That's the tail end of last season. Paqueta was fucking poor, really poor. Yeah. And this was an average game for him. He didn't really light it up much. He didn't do it.
Whereas Kudus didn't tail off throughout the entire season. He played.
No, he was trying. And even when he weren't having a great, his effort rates, are faultless. He just goes and goes, man.
That's why he gave it 110% every game.
Yeah.
And, he didn't mind the work rate. You know, he thrived on it.
It's frightening.
It was great. It was really good to see.
You can see why. Yeah, a Pep would like him, or a Man United would like him, or a Liverpool. You could see it, especially Liverpool. To me, I could see him fitting in with Liverpool really well. Yeah, you could see why there'd be, the attention would be drawn because, you've got there's a player now, really great, good player. Then we're lucky to have him.
Yeah, well, very lucky to have him, and I mean that is 100% because we've got Tim Stirling at the club. That 110% reason we got Kudus. There is no other reason we got him, I don't think. Had we have even if we'd had any other director of football at the club, I don't think that we would have.
No, probably wouldn't have landed him, mate. No. And this thing, look, do I expect Kudus to be here for the next 8 years? So no, I think we will. A big bid will come in eventually, but I'd like to keep him for at least one, hopefully 2 more seasons. Yeah. But I think we'll definitely keep him for this. I think that if he has a season I expect him to have this year, I reckon next summer is when you might see a lot of interest. He has to keep this up, though. He has to have a good season. I think he will.
But here's the thing. Here's the point that I wanted to put across. Do you think that... Now, bear with me. I know this is kind of...
Oh, God, not one of them. I've got to think about it.
No. If we were to qualify in whatever way for Champions League football next season, do you think that Mohamed Kudus would stay to see how it went on the Champions League effort? Do you think he would stay for that? Or
no, I don't think that would convince him to stay because any team that does come in and buy him will be probably in Champions League themselves.
Yeah.
If he has the season I expect him to have, and if we some miracle we ended up in Champions League, then he's obviously had a good season because you can't do that without these players stepping up. So if that big bid, I'm talking big bid. We're talking 80 to 100 million here. That team probably would be in Champions League themselves. So I don't think that would convince him to stay. I reckon it's the team that comes in with the biggest money. And there's not many out there now going to spend 100 million on a player or 80. There's going to be few and far between, I reckon, in the future. But he's going to be, if he has a season I expect him to have, it's going to be 80 plus. And someone will have to come in for it. And like I said, there'd be a Champions League team. So that'll be down to him. What tickles his fancy?
What I'm saying is if we qualified for Champions League football, that would take away the allure of going to another club to play Champions League.
For that. Yeah, I know. But at the end of the day, players like Kudus, Paqueta, like we've seen with Tevez and Mascherano, they've come to West Ham as a stepping stone to the big clubs if they're good enough. I mean, and we've almost seen it with Paqueta already. Without this betting bullshit, he'd be at Man City. That would have been done.
We've got to put as a club. We've got to put a stop to that at some point.
No, but I think look, this could be our strategy for the next fucking 10 years. Or while Stardon's there, bring him in. Have a good couple of years out of these players and let them go and make money out of them. But as long as you've got the supply still coming in, then you can do that. When you run out of that supply, then you fall foul. But we have to, Steiner's still got to be on it, every season. He's got to look at replacements in case we do sell big. And that gives us more money to be better. I don't mind that business, what's the word? Gone out of my head. I don't mind that strategy. That to me is good business and keep the team ticking over because you're always going to lose players. It's when a lot of players teams fall down when they keep older players too long, as we have in the past, And like I say, we've still got Antonio, we've still got Cresswell, we still had Ogbonna up to last year. A lot of other teams would have changed that, and forever updating. We seem to hold on to players a bit too long.
Mm.
So I'm happy to do it that way.
Yeah, let's go back into the chat a little bit. Good evening, Colin. He says, we need to start playing Emerson, Gilman, Tadibo, and average white band at the back together to get an understanding to work as a unit. Won't get Durán. What about Jimenez or Morodian? Yeah, if possible.
Don't know. I've heard that name, but I've never watched it.
He's the one that Chelsea have been after.
All right.
And the thing is, you know, Chelsea are a bigger pool than West Ham are. We know that. But, you know, who knows? Who knows what, you know.
I don't know. I don't like to say, if it would look like we're getting this Soler, another player after that, maybe. Well, like I say, if Aguerd is out the door, we might be looking at a centre up. You know, we might need another one. Especially if he's playing free at the back.
Yeah, true. He said, Budgie Kieran, we will win 3-1. Areola Emerson.
Yeah. That to me there, Colin, that's about the team I think we're going to end up settling with. It's going to be that, I think. You know, when we settle down and he's worked out who's there, I think that's until Alvarez comes back, then that might change.
Yeah.
But at the moment, to me, I'd like to see that team take to the pitch and see how we are.
Good evening, Exponential Anger. Thank you for joining us. Oh, hang on a minute. Al was talking about dogging. Let's not get into that. Surely someone taller than Antonio should have been allocated an honour. That job had Suchek's name written all over it, mate. I understand where you're coming from, but you got to remember, Antonio is not a midget. He's like 6'1", 6'2", something of that nature. He ain't no midget, mate. But you're right. I think actually, and to be fair, I think Kilman would have been perfect for him if he'd have been told to mark him.
You say that, but Damien,
I know what you were saying about what he didn't do. But
I can only go back to when I played. We used to train and sort of do tactics on corners, especially against us, you know, at the back. And what his job there, it wasn't to compete with him in the air. It was to stop him. It's just to block him. I mean, I watched that little Endo. His job, again, when Chelsea played Man City the other day, was to block Haaland. He was all over Haaland. He's a tiny geezer. It was Haaland. And people go, well, why would you put someone so small? He's not there to compete. It's just to stop him. Because he's quick. And he knows Haaland's going to make a move. And he's just going to get in front of him and annoy him. And he did. They stopped the bloody corners a couple of times because these two were tussling all over the place. That was Antonio's job. And he didn't do it very well. But I said, even though he didn't do it very well, Kilman didn't react very well either.
Yeah.
And just hope this doesn't become a thing for us conceding from set pieces. We don't want that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, other teams will look at that and go, right.
Yeah, but the thing, see now, Happy says she heard that Alvarez won't be fit until early October.
Shit.
Wow.
Yeah, I heard it's going to be a while. I heard that. That's
On that point that you made, what was the point that you made? Flipping out. Come on, bud. Just now, I just changed the subject.
Well, just Antonio blocking off a player. It happens. Certain players are just aligned to someone. See, his job is to block. Souček is meant to be somewhere in there at the head, and so is Kilman, and so is Mavropanos. But he's to stop him getting to that ball, and Antonio couldn't. He just got pushed aside too easily.
Yeah.
So That's down to him.
Yeah.
It's not easy though. The geezer's like 9 foot tall and a fucking monster, isn't he? Yeah. Hey, g'day, Lawrence.
Good day, Lawrence. Thank you for joining us, sir. Good afternoon to you, I believe it is. Good evening, Sean.
Freshy.
I hope you're well, sir. People saying hello. Oh, here we go. Did Miss Gordon fart again? Too much golden box. Okay, fine.
I'm sure I have since last week, Nick. Yeah, mate. No, was he got? No, I funny about Nick. I thought of you, mate. I was in the shops the other day, walking past the freezer section, and I see the golden gay time box. You know, and I went, oh yeah, I should get one of them and show it. I should have shown it to old Nicky boy.
Yeah.
I take it, Nick, you've obviously been to Australia, or you know all about the gay times here, by the sounds of things.
That does not sound good.
He probably came over for the Mardi Gras.
Yeah, there you go. He's added it again. Golden go time.
Yeah. He has to put that in every time. Yeah. You stick to that, Nick. You stick that story, mate.
Yeah. Happy says 8 new signings and we only started one of them. It will take a little time to see what we are under. Loppy. Faith is well and truly needed, Hammond.
We started two. We started two at the age. Guido and Kilman.
Yeah. But because Kilman done a bit in the pre-season, kind of feels like he's been here a lot longer.
Yeah, true.
You know, I bet that's what she's thinking as well.
No, so they've had another week on the training field, mate, and you might get more of a idea about the team starting this week than last week.
Yeah.
G'day, Tony.
Yeah, Tony. Yeah. By the way, Kieran and I will be making an appearance with Tony on Early Doors Football TV tomorrow evening at the same time, 10 o'clock. And he's going to chat to us on a show called In the Spotlight, I believe it's called.
What's it called?
In the Spotlight.
Ah, fucking Spotlight, eh? Yeah. It could be the first and only appearance, Tony.
It will be on that show. It's about him getting to know us and us getting to know him, kind of thing. A bit like the in-crowd thing that I do as well.
Okay.
It's a little bit like that. A little bit.
Look forward to it, Tony.
It's a lot more structured than mine as well. Right, Mark says Kudus being stuck out on the left will not get the best out of him this season, I'm afraid.
Yeah, Mark.
He's got to be in the 10 role or out on the right where we all like to see Bowen.
It's one of them conundrums, isn't it? Because I think Kudus and Bowen, their best position is out there on the right. That's where they do the most damage. But we got two of them. So you got to fiddle around. Kudus done all right there. Well, a lot better in the second half than he was the first. But like I said, he had a good battle against Maycash. Maycash, no mug. I think his crossing in was a bit disappointing, Kudus. But that's it. I can't knock him, though. I thought him and Mavropanos were our two best players on the day. But, I don't think the left is his best place to be, Mark. But I think it's fitting everyone in. If you put him in the middle, maybe that's the best place for him. I don't know. I still think it on the right is the best for him.
Yeah, agreed. But then, would you dislodge the captain?
Oh, Brendan, did you see Eze's free kick that the fucking referee blew up before it hit the net? Did you see it, Budge?
No.
For Palace? Oh, for fuck's sake. He shaped up, he was out on the right wing there, he shaped up to cross the ball. Everyone's lined up in the 18-yard box, everyone, and he just went for goal, mate. Bang! And he hit the inside of the post. The keeper was looking, what was that? What a strike, man. But as the ball, after he'd hit it, the referee blew his whistle, whatever he saw, everyone grappling around the 18-yard box. That's all I can see. It made no difference to his strike. It was going in. But he blew the whistle. I thought it was outrageous.
Oh, so it was disallowed.
He disallowed it for that because he blew his whistle. While the ball was halfway to the goal, that's when he blew. That's what it looked like to me. Because I see him, I watched the slow-mo and watched him put his whistle to his mouth. Fucking, it was, terrible. It was going to be a goal. Whatever happened in that middle, it didn't affect anything. What's a goal? But disallowed.
Oh, that's unbelievable. No, I didn't see that. Yeah, Randy, see, I'm with you on that, mate. I think Kudus.
I think it might have to be.
And you know, with Paqueta, I think Paqueta really and truly. I don't subscribe to playing Rodriguez. No, what's his name? Is it Rodriguez? Isn't it? Guido. I don't think we should play him and Alvarez together. I think we should be playing him and Paqueta or Alvarez and Paqueta in the middle. Because I think Paqueta as an 8 works really well.
This is the beauty of what we got. He can mix it up a bit, and there are choices. Yeah. And that's where we're at. We don't know what his favourite choice is going to be yet. We don't know what's going to work the best. And I think that's going to take time.
Mm-hmm.
You know? See what combinations work best.
Lawrence says, my Kudus home kit is due to arrive any day. So is my Boeing home kit. That's due to arrive any day. I hope it arrives before I go on my holiday.
Yeah, you'll be able to get the Kudus Man City shirt next year.
Oh, dear. Who actually believes that Kudus will still be a hammer after next summer's window? Well, unless we somehow get Champions League, there's the point that I'm trying to make.
I still don't think that'll make a difference.
I believe it will. I believe it will. Because but not being funny. He's already on a
Champions League. Champions League is us finishing 4th.
Or winning the FA Cup.
No, that's Europa.
Oh, that's Europa, isn't it? Yeah.
No, I don't see us. I know Freshy's in there. Freshy thinks we're going to finish 4th. Well, he did before that first game of the season. Not sure now, but no, I can't see us finishing. But
I'm not being funny, but with the players that we've now got, there is absolutely no reason why we shouldn't be able to achieve it.
I don't know.
Other than they're playing shit every week.
Well, look, I'll get it to work. I mean, look, Chelsea could say that every year with the players they keep bringing and buying in. They're bringing in quality players, not being able to fucking get them to work together. So, you know, the difference having great players and having a team.
Yeah.
Pep's got a team of great players, but they play as a team.
Yeah.
We hope not the same.
Chelsea bring in a great player and he don't do very well. They sell him on and he becomes quality. Absolutely quality.
You know, how many times Man United done that, Geezer? They brought in some top players and they just fail. And it's not because they're bad players. It's about the manager and the setup and how they play. And we see it in a lot of the big clubs.
Damien says that Kudus is the best player he's seen at West Ham. It's a very close one for me.
I wouldn't say the best Dame, but he's becoming one of my favourites, I'll tell you, just for his work rate and just the amazing ability on the ball and his feet and how he gets out of tight situations. It's fucking amazing. Some great little bits and cameos in that game at the weekend with him.
Yeah.
It really is.
Look, a lot of Kudus's, and I'm probably going to get slaughtered for this, but a lot of Kudus's footwork isn't planned. It's not perfect. A lot of it is quite lucky.
He just comes out with it. But he's quick. He doesn't wait. His reaction time, and
and what he can do when he's reacting to something is incredible. I've never seen anything like it, and I've seen a lot of quality players in my years, as you have, Kieran. You know, I mean, we've seen the likes of Maradona play. We've seen the likes of Pele play. We've seen the likes of Johan Cruyff play. We've seen, you know, Robin van Persie, Dennis Bergkamp, you know, just to name a few. These are players that have been fantastic with their feet.
Well, he's talking about West Ham. There's lots of good players. Tevez was a revelation for about 4 months.
Sorry, who?
Payet, to me, is the best player I've seen at West Ham.
Yeah, well, yeah, he would be in my top 3. It would be difficult for me to choose one of the 3.
I can't choose that, but for ability,
Payet and Canio for me.
For ability, I think Payet's the most amazing player I've seen at West Ham. For ability.
You see now, Di Canio's dribbling style and that is kind of similar to Kudus's. It was never really particularly, you know, pretty footwork, but it was effective. It did the job. You know, it looked quite clumsy at times, and I'll probably get slaughtered for that and all. But that's how I saw it, you know. But I agree, he's definitely right up there, son. Definitely. I think he's wasted on the left. Yes, he is. Randy says, I think everyone excepting the Kudus will go next summer. I hope he doesn't.
Yeah.
But I doubt
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Well, we worry about that. Yeah, we'll worry about that then. I think all the top players we're going to think about that every year at the end of the year, because that's what's going to happen. Big offers are going to come in if we get, you know, if they achieve what we want them to achieve. They're going to be noticed. As simple as that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Until we get a bloody Saudi oil prince taking over the club, or some bloody big American who's a multi-billionaire, this is going to be our loss.
Yeah. See, the problem that I have with that little bit of formation there, Lauren, Bowen in the centre, I don't think he's a central player particularly. I think he's really comfortable out on that left. I think the other way round, Kudus in the centre and Bowen on the right, with Somerville on the left. We will see that this year.
What is the beauty about that, though? There's no reason why Bowen and Kudus can't be switching in them positions. You know, switch to left, to middle, to right. You know, that's, if you had them switching at time, that would be good. That would work.
Yeah.
But yeah, why not?
Oh, sorry, he's just explaining to Tony about his little thing. Kudus in the middle will help us massively. Play Paqueta deeper next to Alvarez or Guido.
Yeah,
that's exactly what I said a few minutes ago. That comment came in probably before I said it, but
that could work. But without, at the moment, without Alvarez, but eventually, I think that's what he's looking at. I really do. I mean, Randy, that's probably what we're going to end up with when you get Alvarez back fit.
Yeah, yeah. Mark saying the problem is that we have trouble getting.
Absolutely, Mark. Absolutely.
Now, you know, correct me if you think I'm wrong, mate, but I think that when we had Fornals and Lanzini in the squad, I felt that we were a lot better at the counter-attacking, you know, like snap counter-attacking. You know, it was okay without those guys, but it kind of built up a bit more.
I think
with those, it was more of a, you know.
Yeah, the passing was better. What we lacked, and we've lacked it for a couple of years now, is a passing. A passing, 3 or 4 passes, we lose the ball. We don't seem to be able. I watched so many other teams in that Euros, and I watched the highlights or full games at the weekend, And even the smaller teams like Leicester and Ipswich, they can pass the ball really well. They're not a team full of superstars. We seem to always struggle with that, putting 4 or 5 or half a dozen passes together. That's where we're lacking. And that's what, if you can do that, that gets you forward, that gets you on the attack. We just seem to give the ball up a lot. And I noticed at the weekend we were hitting these big long diagonals, both wings, a lot, to bypass the midfield to get on the attack. Some of them are good balls out and left and right, don't get me wrong. But I'd rather see us pass it through them. But we seem to try and cut their midfield out because they obviously thought their midfield was better. And they probably are, because we don't seem to be able to pass the ball very well. And Souček in the middle there doesn't help that, because he's not very good at that. Guido it looks like he is good at that. He has got good feet, just not a lot of pace. But early days.
Happy says we have to get the best out of Kudus this season. I think we'll do that without having to try, babe. I've got to be honest. I think that Kudus will demand that of himself every season he plays to get the best out of him. So I don't think that's going to be much of an issue. I think this season we're looking at Kudus getting player of the season, for West Ham, if things go according to plan, of course. Right. GP says, didn't someone say when we signed Pac-Man, he was patchy in form at AC Milan? Now, I didn't even realise he'd been at AC Milan. We got him from French team, Lyon. We got him from Lyon, him and Emerson, actually. We got both of those from Lyon because they played in the Europa League the season before we won the Conference League. So, do you remember Paqueta being at AC Milan at all, Kieran?
What's that, mate?
Do you remember hearing that Paqueta was at AC Milan at all?
No.
I don't remember hearing that. Maybe that's a mistake on either our part or GP. But I'm pretty sure you mean Lyon, because that's where we got him from. And
I don't think I knew much about him before we got him, guys, to be honest.
Well, I've watched the 2 games that we played Lyon in, and out of him and Emerson, I thought Emerson had a better game in both of them games. So,
right.
That really didn't stand out in either of those games. Not to me. Buggy dog attack, Kieran shark attack. Yeah.
Not this week.
No. Nick says 1 or 2 more seasons, he thinks, Matt.
Yeah, I'd be happy. If we could keep old Kudus for the next 2 seasons, I'll be happy with that. I really would. But, we'll see.
There's a big Kudus-sized hole at Real Madrid right now. Yeah, probably. You're probably right, Damien.
It's very hard for these players. If the end of this season, Real Madrid took interest in you and wanted to, it's hard to turn down. You know what I mean? It's hard for these players, playing for Real Madrid or Barcelona. Yeah. Even the Man City at the moment, they want to play for the best and the biggest clubs in the world. And, you couldn't blame them for wanting to do it.
Yeah. I saw something on that.
There is the other side of that coin. You could do a Kane and go to Bayern Munich, who won the league for about 10 years on the trot and then not win fuck all. Fucking Jonah. He's an absolute Jonah, Harry Kane, I'm telling you.
Damien thinks he'd stay if we got in the Champions League. Europa League is a slim chance, but Conference League, no way, he reckons. Not enough.
I think you'd have to ask Mohamed Kudus about that, whether he's that would affect him. I don't know.
Damien says he doesn't think Kudus likes the club. I can tell him now quite confidently that if he doesn't like the club, it's the board and whatever at the club that he don't like. Because I know for a fact that he loves playing for it. He loves the crowd. So.
Well, yeah, it doesn't show on the pitch anyway, if that's the case, because his effort is second to none, you know.
And just in case any of you are listening or watching now or at any time in the near future, we haven't got a proper song for Kudus yet. So come on, you artistic people, let's have one. We give him a song, he won't want to go. Come on,
oh yeah, that'll do it. That's all he needs, isn't it?
That's all he needs, mate. Well, he is very important. He is very good for now. He will be a superstar. Talk about 85 million release clause, more like 170 to 180, if not more.
I mean, them days ain't coming. Like,
yeah,
I mean, it's going the opposite.
He rates him.
But you're right, Colin. I do too. And I said it at the time. I think this could be the most important signing West Ham have made, bar our sporting director. I think he's more impressive than Paqueta. I think he could end up being worth more money than Paqueta.
Yeah.
Whether the 100 million transfers are still on the cards these days, they're going to be rare, I think. With his financial bullshit these clubs are under, I think it's going to be rare to see the 100 million transfers, which is a good thing. It's a good thing.
Course, yeah.
But do I think he could be worth that another year if we have a really good season? He does. Yeah, I think he could. Yeah, I'm up there with you, Con. I do rate him there. I do rate him there. As I rated, I rated what's his name? I forgot his name. Rice. Forgot about it. Don't care about it. But I always thought we'd be lucky to get 80 million for Rice. But we pushed the boat out and we forced Arsenal.
I remember having a conversation, Kieran, probably 3 years ago, when we were talking about Rice, when he first, I think it was the season that he was made vice captain or team captain, but not club captain. I think it was Mark Noble's last season. And we had a conversation about how we rated and the kind of values that we would put on him. And we both agreed somewhere between 65 and 85 for him.
Yeah.
We said anywhere between there would be great money for him.
Yeah, I thought that. And I still think it would have been. If we'd got 80 million off, I still think that would have been there. But I think we stuck, we were holding the cards there, weren't we? And we got Arteta and he wanted him badly. And we forced his hand, mate. And we brought Man City into that negotiation as well. They came in with a little cheeky. I think that was just to push Arsenal on myself, that one.
What did they offer? About 85, wasn't it?
80 or something. 85, yeah. So then Arsenal went, fuck it, here's 105. Yeah. So, we negotiated well there. And I think we got more money than we should have done. But then you got Arsenal supporters think they got him cheap. So, everyone's a winner.
I mean, I think the Arsenal fan base's mood sort of went from, oh my God, how can you justify 105 million for Declan Rice?
Exactly.
Blah, 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 blah. And now it's like, well, we've got an £150 million player real cheap.
Exactly. Yeah.
So,
but they still didn't win the league, did they?
No. But even so, they came second, Kieran, which is no mean feat in a year of rebuilding. because that's what they said they were doing. But then they say that every year, don't they?
They do every year. They say that. And who knows? It could be their year this year. They could fucking do it.
Well, I've got to be honest with you. Out of all the other London clubs, I think they would probably be top of my list if I got to be honest.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
they're the challenge at the moment. They're the challengers again. There's no ifs or buts about it.
Yeah.
If they're chasing Man City again, to me,
want Whiteside to be.
If you watch that, I watched all the highlights of all the games at the weekend, and I'll tell you what I will say though, that weren't the most exciting opening day of the Premier League I've ever seen, because normally you'll have an upset or some brilliant free kicks hitting top corners, and there wasn't much of that. Everything sort of went to plan for the big clubs. Man City cruise to a 2-0 win against Chelsea. Chelsea, the only team that you regard up there who didn't get points. Tottenham failed. I mean, they dominated Leicester City. And then, Jamie Vardy pops up and bang, and then it's 1-1. And Leicester could have gone on and won that game. So they all sort of cruised. Arsenal got their 2-0 win quite comfortable. There was no real upsets or anything too exciting over the weekend. Villa got their win against us, unfortunately.
Yeah. No, that's quite a good point, Mark.
Yeah.
Durán, he don't start ahead of Watkins. So, is Durán going to still demand to go? Are we still going to be in the market for him?
Look, you can't blame the boy. The boy wants to play first-team football, and you can understand that. And unlucky for him, he's got Watkins in front of him. He was probably the best striker in the Premier League last year, even though he didn't get the golden boot, but he was one of the best strikers in the league last year. So it's hard for him to break through and get in front of Watkins. So you can understand why he wants to leave. He will get first-team football everywhere, but even if he came to West Ham, is he going to come here demanding that he starts every game? And no manager can guarantee him that. And if we did buy him, and that was the case, well, Fulcrum was much point in buying Fulcrum.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Because I can't see us playing two up front. But
no, me neither.
So that's football, isn't it?
Yeah. I was about to ask you, do we still need him?
Oh, mate, yeah. To me, I'd buy two more strikers. But I think the boy looks quality. And this isn't because of his goal of the weekend. I remember him last year, Geezer, coming on as sub for the last 15, 20 minutes, and he run riot against a lot of teams. Scored 5 goals off the bench. I see him, wow, who is this boy? I got in reserve, and I thought he really did take my eye. So the boy's quality act. Whether he can keep that up or be, top number 9, that's yet to be seen. But mate, he is impressive. He is impressive.
Mm-hmm. Kudus has big aspirations to play for bigger clubs. Same as Rice had. He won't stay, and we need to get the absolute best out of him this season. Absolutely best season.
Well, getting the best out of him suits us, and it suits him if he does want that move. You know what I mean? It works both ways. It works for everyone. If he has a great season, then we should be having a good season. But we'll see.
And Nick says Leverkusen sell a star every season and do okay.
Exactly. That's the way. Yeah, Brighton have been doing it for years.
Yeah.
You just got to have that lineup, someone to come in, and that's what Steiten's there. That's what he's there for, mate. To keep the role. If we lose a big name, we've got someone to fall back on, or we've got our eyes on someone.
Looks like Chelsea are up to their old tricks again. Look, they've re-signed João Felix.
Did they get him? Did they?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Is it okay to mention about tomorrow to all here? Yes, mate. I'll do it again now. I did it earlier, probably well before, well after you put this on there. But yeah, tomorrow evening at 10 o'clock, Kieran and I are going to appear on a show called the what is it called? Spotlight, in the Spotlight, with Tony on Early Doors Football TV. Get yourselves over there and have a look. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free. And give the man a like. And also, talking of which, while I'm thinking about it, it's absolutely free. So if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, what are you doing? Hit that button. Hit the like button. It helps us out. And it gets us to invite it back every week. So, thank you very much. 175 of you in there viewing. So let's have some. Let's have some. I don't even know how many we got. Couldn't tell you. Tranquillo, yeah. I don't know what that's all about. Good evening, Anthony. Apparently,
yeah, that was and they say there that they didn't even have him on the bench, did they, Tony? They didn't even have him on the bench. So where's he going? I mean, it sounds like he's being lined up somewhere. But has anyone heard any news about Tony? Anyone?
No. I think Anthony is referring to Tony from Early Doors.
Oh, right, yeah. Sorry, but
the last I've heard is that there could be a Saudi deal on the table for him.
Really? I thought Tony would be aiming.
Nobody in the Premier League wants him.
Wow. It's interesting, but the fact that he weren't actually even on the bench tells me he's going somewhere.
Yeah, I'm paraphrasing from the article that I saw earlier.
Okay.
You know, there's a possibility of a Saudi offer being put on the table. There's, nobody in the Premier League want to touch him.
Well, what a waste of a career that'll be, going to Saudi.
Another source has said that he was hanging out for the Tottenham approach, which didn't come.
Yeah, I expected that to happen, to be honest, bud. I expected old Big Ange to come in for him. I really did. But he went for Solanke instead at 55 million. I can
understand that. I'd rather have Solanke at West Ham than Tony.
55 million, though, that is really overpaying for a player.
That's a big chunk of cash.
Yeah, mate. 30 million, I could have understood it. 55?
I know. But then, what the market's doing at the moment, though, Kieran, is we will know.
Yeah, I know.
We just spoke about us inflating the price of Declan Rice,
Yeah. Well, Solanke, to be fair to him, I mean, he got bloody 19 goals last year. I mean, there's no slouch, but that's just one season. I just don't see him being... I don't rate him any higher than Richarlison. And I think Richarlison, isn't that great.
No, actually, that's where I will differ from you, because I think Solanke's far more consistent than Richarlison. He's got a much better attitude, which makes him a better player, in my opinion, because I don't think that Richarlison's got the right temperament for the Premier League. I really don't. He'd do great in Serie A or La Liga, or the French Liga. He would be great over there because the intensity of the game is just not as high. Oh, morning, Magpie.
Yeah. Said hello, mate. Hello.
Shut him up.
Shut him up, didn't it? I just had a big cockatoo fly over my head. There you go.
Yeah.
Surprised he weren't screeching.
Damien says, don't like the zonal marking from corners. Man for man.
It's a modern thing, Damien, isn't it? This bloody zonal marking.
Yeah.
It is a modern thing. You have your blockers and your zonal markers. Yeah, it seems to be the in thing now these days.
Yeah. Nick says, maybe you can enjoy some Golden Gate one day.
Yeah, I prefer to suck on it, Nick. But there you go.
This program has been sponsored by
Golden Gate. I'll have to buy one this week and start sucking on it while we're fucking doing the show.
Talking of which, sponsoring the shows and stuff, what I have failed to mention in so many of the last shows that we did, we are actually sponsored by Old School Hammer, Old School FC, sorry, which, as people may know, is a clothing brand, which is headed by one of our own, Cash Pennant. So get yourselves over to his website, look up Old School FC, and you'll find some proper shirts and clothing on there. Really, really good stuff. We'll have to get him on here one day, I think, Kieran. That'd be nice.
Yeah, looking forward to it, Tony. Have a chat.
No, not Tony, you donut.
No, he's the other one, isn't he?
I meant Cash. I meant Cash.
Yeah, I was replying to that comment.
Oh, right. Chatting with the pair of you, looking forward to it. Exactly that, mate. Right, now I've got something come up on my screen, so I'm going to tap on it. Colin Chivers. Right, hang on. I'm going to have to find it now. I've scrolled past so many. Guys, I've missed so many comments. I do apologise. But I can't... Ah, there it is. I couldn't display it until I get it there. Python, thank you very much, sir. That's really good of you. Great show. I've heard could be a takeover at West Ham before the end of the year.
Oh, we got inside information, Colin. Thanks for the fiver, Colin. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
I've heard there could be a takeover. Really?
Ooh. Now,
well, that's
been told by friends in the city. They've probably got their ear to the ground about where money's being moved around and this and that. Could be. I'm so sorry. All of those comments that between the last one I displayed and this one, they're gone. Lost them. Sorry.
what are you doing?
Right.
Yeah, well, you never know. So, I suppose that's always been be an ongoing thing till forever, isn't it? A takeover.
Yeah.
Wherever it happens.
Clip 32. Clip. Good evening to you, sir.
Hey, Clip.
I don't know if there's anything to do. No, it's not West Ham Clips. We would have come up with West Ham Clips, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
Clip, you're very welcome. Thank you. Hope you've given us a like on the way in. If not, please do that on the way out when you go. We're not going yet, so don't go anywhere. And if you haven't already subbed, give us a little subscription. It's free. Costs you nothing. But it helps us. Thank you very much. I'm really behind, I think, but my phone won't skip forward, so apologies for being so tonight.
Right.
No problem, darling. I've just missed about 120 comments. So
well done.
Somebody hasn't woken up. Yeah. I hope so. Right, okay. Oh, gee, you missed my Kudus song.
I see. Oh, you missed these. Oh, fucking hell, you missed something really important. Howard's in with the song.
Any idea how long that was? Because I will go back to it.
Yeah, put it in again. Mark. Oh, Howard.
Mark said, is that an American oil company on your shirt?
I think it is, isn't it?
Yes, it is. FTP oil treatment. And yes, it's a NASCAR top, actually. Number 43. And if you know anything about NASCAR, you'll know that belongs to Richard Petty. Yeah, I'm trying to find one that I saw on YouTube, on the scroll on YouTube. But I'm trying to find one. It's very similar to this, but what it says is STD on treatment, which I thought was hilarious. I thought it was hilarious. STD and sexually transmitted disease on treatment instead of oil treatment. I thought it was. I'm trying to find one. I'm going to get one. I am going to get one. Did we hear Kieran say he had a cockatoo? No, he hasn't. No, it's
fucking, he's getting better at Golden Gate times than a cockatoo.
Yeah. and then yeah, no, I won't go there. Clipped, thank you. I think at some point, Randy says that West Ham will get taken over in the next few years. Can't see Sullivan staying forever, regardless of how much.
Yeah, I mean, if the price is right, Randy, it'll probably happen. But
yeah, and whatever he's invested in the club, he'll get back tenfold anyway. You know he will, because he is not going to. Yeah, STP oil was advertised.
Yeah, it was, eh?
It was on lots and lots of race cars.
Yeah, race cars. I remember it from the race cars budge being on there. Yeah, wasn't it?
Yeah, I used to love the colour scheme because, like, I know it's red, but I like this blue, and I've always liked it when we've had this kind of blue on our sleeves, you know. Right, to the No Limit song. Mo, Kudus. That works, Michael. That actually does work. We've got to get that going, everybody. We have got to get that going. That's funny.
Yeah.
Can't Top Mob do something?
Yeah. No, she's well behind and up to sleep.
It's all right. We've got it now. Look, these are all comments after he put it back in. Yeah, it was about 30 comments ago, yeah. My dad worked for years for a subsidiary of the Valvoline Corporation. Says ex-Commander. Grew up with a lot of NASCAR and Indianapolis 500.
Really? Really?
Yeah. Well, you know, I mean, they're very similar in the respect that 80% of their races are in a circle. And I never really understood how people could enjoy that, because it's just going around in circles.
My favourite.
As I got older, I got more into it, and actually Nigel Mansell actually helped to introduce me to oval racing. Actually, it's oval, not circle.
See, I think Formula One was so much better, Gator. Not I'm a massive fan. I used to watch it back in the 70s. But I was so much of a fan when Benson Hedges or Marlboro or Rothmans was on the cars. They looked so much better with the cigarette advertising.
Yeah, they did. Camel was another one, wasn't it?
Yeah. The Marlboro one always looked cool. The Marlboro fucking car looked really cool. The colours and the advertising looked good.
The only trouble is, though, that there was always that controversy that Marlboro were owned by.
Yeah, I think that's an urban myth, mate.
Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
He met Mario Andretti when he was very young. That doesn't.
Wow. That's a claim there, Expo. Good skill. Wow.
He's still alive, mate. Mario Andretti. Still alive.
Check.
Missed 120 comments, but mine ain't one. Feel gross.
Mate, you can say ain't. No problem, man.
Ain't is a good word for that.
Yeah. It ain't half up, Mum.
Yeah. So, boy, Lofty. Come on, Lofty. Before I was at school, I got one of those
That's weird. Sure.
on it. Well, I knew why it was on a kid's toy and why it was on a horse. Why would you put oil?
I remember the bouncy horses there, mate. But fucking STP on it. That's weird. Yeah.
Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. It's for chavs. It's an Essex word.
No, it ain't.
Oh, right. Well, I'm not really going into this one, Randy, but I will read out any that are on the screen. Score predictions for Palace. I'm hoping for a 3-1 win, but Headton's Palace will beat us. But I hope I'm wrong. Happy says she'd like to see that. Him bouncing on a horse with SDP oil treatment on it.
No, I'd like to see Sean on it, bouncing about. That's what I'd like to see.
Right, and Howard's got one to the tune of the Queen's bicycle race. That is, mate, not bicycle.
I don't even know what it is.
Bicycle. I want to ride my
Oh, Queen's bicycle. Got you.
Yeah. He likes to score with bicycles. Happy likes his side. He likes to score with bicycles. Kudus loves his pies.
Slag. You got to sing it, you slag.
I am neither a singer nor a slag. Oh, fucking brilliant. Thank you, Howard.
With bicycles. Yeah. Right, yeah. Not bad. Fucking Howard's very creative, mate. Very creative.
Very good.
I didn't expect the word slag to come out of him, though.
That's everyone but Palace. Ooh, Michael. Ooh.
Yeah, well, like I say, we just don't know, do we? Anything could happen here. We don't know that team sheet. That's.
Fucking hell. You lot must be on some kind of great weed or something. Jesus. Sing. Clay Regazzoni. Yes, he drove for Ferrari. And he also drove for Footwork, I think it was called. Arrows. Something like that. But yeah, Clay Regazzoni. In fact, it was him that took I'll remember his name in a minute.
I remember Graham Stewart.
Nicky Lauda.
No, Graham Hill. And what's the other Stewart? The Scottish boy. He was good.
Jackie Stewart.
Huh?
Jackie Stewart.
Is it Jackie Stewart? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Jackie Stewart.
Yeah, and Jim.
At least, you know, the good one. At least them, they they could die every race. That's what made it more exciting. And some of them did. Oh, did I tell you a story? What's his name? Barry Sheen, geezer. You know Barry Sheen?
Yeah, very well, actually.
Good. Right, Barry Sheen. He moved to Australia, Barry Sheen.
He did,
and he actually used to commentate here on the bike racing on the TV here.
He
moved to the Gold Coast. And my mate, he used to be a pool guy. He used to go around and do everyone's swimming pool, you know. He had a shop as well and whatever. And he used to do Barry Sheen's house. It's right on the canals there on the Gold Coast.
Right.
And we took a boat at the back of these canals one day. I was with him and he showed me his house, mate. And it was fucking hell. It was a mansion on the river, you know, on the canal. It's beautiful. And he said to me, like, oh, up, you know, in his house, you can see through the big windows. he had his one of his bikes on the landing of the stairs with the number 7 on it. You know, had one of them pictured egg. Wow, it's a beautiful place. And he reckons he's a really nice geezer, Barry Sheen.
I can confirm that because I knew him very well. I used to work for a company called Motorway Tyres, right? And I was one of the breakdown and call-out fitters. And one time I got a call out to a place called Charlwood, which is up near Gatwick, not far from me. But it's just over the Surrey-Sussex border, so it's actually in Surrey. But I mean, I can, from my house here, I can drive to Charlwood in 8 minutes, right? So yeah, I got this call out to Charlwood, pulled up at these gates at this address I was given, pressed the buzzer, gates opened, I drove in the van, pulled up on the driveway. There's a roller, an E-type, load of motorbikes, all that outside the garage. And there's Barry Sheen wandering up and down in the garage, sweeping the floor. I pulled up, and that's him. I got chatting to him, did the work he needed doing, gave him an invoice, basically, and then he obviously paid the company.
Lovely.
And then he came into our depot one time with 2 motorbike wheels and asked for tyres to be put on and asked for me to do it because I was actually in the yard at the time, and he asked me to do the job. And then I got called out to him again, and basically over a period of about a year I met up with him probably 8-9 times and got to know him quite well.
Yeah, good.
Steph, you know, she was a lovely girl.
My mate reckons he's a top geezer.
Absolutely. He invited me over for a barbecue and stuff. Yeah, it was great. It was really nice guy.
Real down-to-earth sort of bloke,
really down to earth. And then, you know, there were times when, you know, he was just in Crawley and he would pop into the depot and say hello to the lads, whether I was there or not, you know. But, you know, he was such a nice guy. Really nice guy.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah, he was a really good guy.
He had a hell of a swimming pool as well, apparently.
Yeah. René Arnoux. He was the French driver that drove the very first ever test drive of the Renault Turbo Formula One, the first of the turbo cars. And René Arnoux was the test driver for that drive, actually. Good shout there, Mark. I'm from Chelmsford. You want to go down the meadows. Oh my God.
I'll tell you what though, I bet you couldn't change all the 4 tyres in 4 fucking seconds.
Oh mate, no, I couldn't. And
that is mental, geezer. You know what I mean? That's how the modern game's gone in that fucking Formula 1.
Yeah.
What was it, 4 seconds, something like that? 5 seconds? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, because there's 11 people around that car.
Oh, I know that. I know the reasons, but crikey, it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
we used
to have competitions at work. Who could change 4 wheels but quickest, you know?
Yeah.
And we would literally jack the cars up, take all 4 wheels off, and then put them all back on in reverse order, or in the same order you took them off, sorry. So, like, if you started at the back, you finished at the back the other side, and then you went back to that other back side, put them all back on again. And we used to have competitions. Like, I won a few, I lost a few miserably. We used to have great fun with that. Sorry, Lawrence, some predictions coming in. Lawrence is saying 1-1 at the very least. Emerson Fittipaldi, another great driver. Arsenal won't win the Premier League. Have a bet on West Ham. Top 4. 16 grand, 50 quid.
69, Colin.
Yeah. It's always possible, mate. Work. Yeah. All right, okay. The weedy thing. Them birds have started up again. Are you feeding them or something?
The what?
Are you feeding them birds?
No, it's them miners. They're little chirpy fuckers, them ones. They're not the magpies.
Tell them to fuck off and dig for some gold or something.
Fuck off. They'll take notice of that. He's just said, tell them to fuck off.
Did you know a lot of top Formula One drivers are named after Scottish towns? Lewis Hamilton,
Stirling. Oh God, I've got a story about him, guys. That's Stevie.
Oh, that's funny, Steve. Airtown Centre. That's funny. That's funny.
Did I ever tell you my Stirling Moss story? But
no, you didn't. Go on.
Even though it spoils it, me saying it. I'd come back from Australia, right? And I worked with my brother up in the city. And it was near Park Lane. It was behind one of the big hotels there. I don't know if it was the Hilton or whatever. And there was a Muse, one of them Muses there, right at the West End. And I think they used to be these little Muse, turned them into houses now. Just a one-story upstairs, and underneath was a garage. Yeah. And I think they used to be the stables many years ago.
That's exactly what they were.
Yeah, right. So I was walking past it, and this garage door was open, and they were having a garage sale. And I went, fuck me, that's very Australian back then. This would have been about 90, 91, 92, right, I think. Yeah. And very Australian. They had garage sales every weekend. So I looked in there. So I walked in, and all of a sudden I saw all this motor stuff on the walls, these STP oil things and Formula One all over the place. And there was a young lad behind at the back of the garage. And I saw this suitcase, right? And I went, oh, that's nice. It's like a little briefcase, but bigger. Yeah. And I said, what do you want for that, mate? And he said, oh, it's £25. Well, a big deal back then. I went, okay. And he said, but I said, I just said for a laugh, what, 20 for cash? And he said, oh, I'll have to ask my granddad. And he'll be down in a minute. And I went, well, and I was looking all over had all these suits for sale on it. They're all Boss, right? All top end fucking suits, all different colours and real bright colours. Fucking hell, there's some gear in here, man. This is high end shit. And I see all the motorsport stuff around the garage. And then all of a sudden this boy came in, and I was there with my brother. And I looked up and I went, I said, is that who I think it is? And my brother nodded and went, I think so. So I went up to him and said, oh, your boy said I could have this for 20 quid. And it was Stirling Moss, right? And he went, he better fucking not have. And I went, and I got talking to him, man. He was really nice, Stirling Moss. And I just couldn't believe who I was talking to, right? In a fucking garage sale. And I said, what are you doing at garage? He said, he said, he's my grandson. I'm just going to sell all my gear I don't need. And I'm just going to give it to him for some pocket money, you know? Yeah, that's just clearing out a bit. Yeah. And I bought the case. And I was so dumbfounded, sort of starstruck at the time. Yeah. I should have got him to sign it, and I didn't. And I went, no. And after time, I'd lost the bloody thing anyway, but I was transiting all over the world. But totally lost. And I just couldn't. And when I told everyone, mate, you wouldn't believe who I met today. No one would believe me, right? And one of them house shows once came out about small houses or whatever. Yeah. He was on it. Upstairs, because underneath was a garage. All he had was upstairs in his Muse house. This was his London sort of residence. Yeah. And they showed what he did to live in a small space. And it was, it was on telly. You'd probably find it on YouTube now if you wanted to. Probably. And he had a dining table. He used to press a button. The dining table would go up to the ceiling to give him room to walk about. Then when he was eating, he'd press a button. The dining table would come to the floor. Anyway. That's what I tell you, that little boring story. But yeah,
nothing boring about that, mate. That's great.
Me and Stirling Moss are like that, mate. Like
that. Yeah. Tim Steiden went to Dan. He smoked some marijuana. Came back home with Alvarez, our superstar from Ghana.
There you go.
Alvarez ain't from Ghana.
Well, he's talking about Kudus.
Kudus, yeah. You should put and our superstar from Ghana. Maybe you forgot to put that. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I like it though. Can you both try and sound like Hammerette and do an Essex accent? Say, oh my God. I'm well, Gel Bay. I want to get a. What's that? Badger food.
South End. I got that bit. Such a donut. You're having a fucking bubble, aren't you?
Mate. Hide from Happy Hammerette. Yeah, you should. What's this Kante stuff going about? Don't know, darling. I don't, don't deal with them sort of things.
I don't know. Just another link to Kante. I'd have him in a heartbeat. I'll tell you that. Have him in a heartbeat. But he's on a free. I'd have him in a heartbeat.
See him on Tim Steiden's Jets and be interested in it.
I love it. Great player.
I do. Mate, listen, there are certain players out there, regardless of their age, who I think would still be able to do a job. And he is one of them.
He's one of them. Tell you that now. I see him do it in the Euros season. Boy, he was superb.
It's great. Great.
But if you got him on a free, would I have him for a season? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Definitely. High on morphine. Why are you on morphine, Nick? Or is that just an excuse to get you out of being complete donut?
2468. There's a song.
Yeah. Tom Robinson Band.
Yeah. Mate, I went, see them, done one, Howard. Remember I went to, in 1977, right? I went to the Rock Against Racism concert in Victoria Park, up in Hackney there.
Yeah.
Is it Hackney? Victoria Park. And Tom Robinson Band played there. So did Steel Pulse, Jam 69, and Jimmy Percy was there. Fucking Steel Pulse were brilliant. Who was the main? Was it the Clash? Or the main? I think the main act might have been the Clash.
All right. I
remember Tom Robinson Band being there.
Did the fella in Steel Pulse have his dreadlocks going straight up?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, they were brilliant, man. Steel Pulse at fucking, what a reggae band they were. Really.
They were good. They were good.
Yeah.
I loved their song called Soldiers. Or it had a subtitle, Dacule, I think it was. But what a great song.
Yeah, they were good.
People. Soldiers by Steel Pulse.
There was a geezer, there was a little punky boy there who performed, right? Didn't go down well. His name was Patrick Fitzgerald, right? And he sang a song called I've Got a Safety Pin Stuck in My Heart for you. And fuck me, about 30 bottles landed on his head coming from the audience. Fucks him up. He stomped off in the end. It was just him on a guitar. Oh, they didn't wait. Fuck that. Get the Clash on. Oh, poor fucker. He got hammered. Yeah, it was good.
Okay. So Michael has explained the Kante thing. We signed an 18-year-old from Paris FC. Mark, 500 grand loaned back to
for the
season.
All right.
Not the 30-year-old plus Kante then. There you go, look, Tom Robinson Band.
There you go. Brendan's on it.
Yeah. Mahamadou Conte.
Oh, right. Someone else.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. They were good, though, Tom Robinson, man.
Yeah, they weren't bad. They weren't bad at all.
Apart from the sing if you're glad to be gay, that was a bit dodgy. That's all.
Yeah. Sing if you're glad to be gay. That was great.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. Fair enough.
There you go, people. Watch out. Happy's got a very good FPL team. Right. F1 record for full set of wheel change. 2.1 seconds.
Is it, Michael? Fucking hell. Fuck's sake.
And I
That
believe,
is so crazy,
I
isn't it?
believe it's Red Bull that hold that record right now. Because they're doing it in 2.8 every week.
Is it?
Week they do, yeah. Every week they're doing it.
Well, that shows you last time I saw it, it was about 4 seconds, and that was under 3. Fuck.
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Oh, they're talking about FPL.
Yeah, I love some birds tweeting at me.
Yeah, look, it was only bleeding Stirling Moss.
Fucking was, geezer. Honestly, the amount of mates I told, geezer, wouldn't believe me that happened. They would not believe me. I tell you. I actually started doubting myself whether it happened, you know, until I saw that program about his house, which was that place. Yeah. There you go.
X Potential says, off topic, but budget, did you ever check out any of Ren's music?
No, I'm a big fan, Expo. I'm a massive fan. I was listening to him yesterday.
Hey?
I was listening to Ren yesterday.
Was you?
What an artist that boy is. I tell you, what an artist. I reckon he's...
Yeah, he ain't bad, mate.
He's unreal. That boy should be fucking up there with all the top artists in the world. He's so creative. He's so clever. He's such a great storyteller. He's such a good singer. He's such a good rapper. He's a good guitarist. He can hit the piano. The boy is an all-round top artist, man. Really is. Expo, yeah, mate, I'd have him. But he's an independent, and he's not with any record label. And that's the difference.
Yeah. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Great news. Fulham had £30 million bid accepted for Palace's Anderson. He's having a medical now.
Wow.
Wow.
Anderson is gone. Okay. One down.
James is saying,
right. Yeah, yes, exactly, Jamesy. That's the last time I watched fucking Formula One. It was 4 seconds.
It's more like Formula 10 now.
2 seconds now. That's fucking stupid.
Yeah. Mind you, though, like touring cars, they're doing it in under 8 seconds.
Right. Yeah, even that is crazy, eh, when you think about it.
I know. In fact, I think touring car have got it down to less than 5. Because they've got inbuilt jacks in the car, hydraulic jacks. And what they do now is they plug an airline into the car and the 4 jacks come down into the road and lift all 4 wheels up.
Wow. Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if the British touring cars are implementing that, but I know for a fact that like the NASCAR and all that doing it now. And a lot of the GT racing, you know, like Le Mans cars and stuff like that, a lot of them use it. I'm not so sure about British touring cars, though. I'm fairly sure.
I say it's something I don't watch anymore.
Mm.
Yeah, sure.
Great story, mate. Yeah. Right, hang on. Yeah, Steve said he loved it. Oh, where's he gone? He's buggered off, and he look 2 hours and he's gone. Well, hopefully he'll come back. Let's see what happens. Yes. I just said Alvarez ain't from Ghana. Right, hang on. You don't actually sound like that. No, you don't sound like that, actually. It was a very poor attempt. Right, right, okie dokie. Let's see what else we are. Conte, the 30+ one, is a free, but wages of 450k a week. Not if he comes back to the UK, it won't be. Soon, if you're glad to be Golden Go time. Right. Okay, Nick says, I'm morphine for his spine, ribs, etc. Have a fuck spine balls. I fractured my tailbone the other day. Mate, I am so sorry to hear all of that. I hope you're on the mend, mate. And if we've put any little bit of joy in your life, glad to do so. And yeah, keep your chin up, mate. I'm back. Who is he? I haven't read anything about him yet. No idea, kiddo. He's back. He's back. Look, there he is. Look.
Don't know what happened there, geezer. Just went off.
Well, you got for a dump or something, mate? You know?
No, just went off my screen. It just went. I had to go out, right out of it, and then come back in.
He probably dropped out of signal or something, maybe. Right. Well, you know, we have been going 2 hours and 7 minutes now.
Hello.
So yeah, let's start wrapping this up. Oh, McLaren have the record for the fastest change now.
Is it?
Yeah, I knew Red Bull did have it, but maybe, you know. 2.1 seconds is average, ain't it? Depends on, tyre changes. No. Exactly, Brendan, see? McLaren, yeah. Right, okay.
Yeah.
What's this? I'm going to say Kieran must be happy with all those birds tweeting at him. But hang on, a budgie is a bird too. Has Budgie been tweeting at Kieran too?
Yeah, no, mate, and budgies are native to Australia.
Yeah, we use WhatsApp, not bloody tweet. Right, okay, boys and girls. I'm going to miss out quite a lot of conversation now. Right, yes. There you go, Mark. So keep your chin up, Nick. Agreed. Right, okay, right. I have missed out a lot of the conversation, but we're going to wrap this up because I'm getting really tired, and I'm sure you've got quite a busy day ahead of you. Well, it's Thursday now. It's coming up for the weekend, mate.
Sure is, eh? We'll do this again tomorrow morning with Tony.
Yeah, we're going to. Yeah, don't forget 10 o'clock tomorrow evening in the UK. 7 in the morning for you, Kieran.
It is, mate. It is.
Yeah.
Another beautiful morning, no doubt, tomorrow.
Yeah.
Beautiful one day, perfect the next. You know the rules, mate, in Queensland. That's what it is. Apart from the floods and the fucking bushfires, it works.
Yeah. Happy ass. Do you remember when Bale scored, got an assist, an own goal, and a booking all in one game?
No.
Bale? No, I don't remember that. Huh. But that's quite something, isn't it? A goal.
That's an eventful day.
An own goal and a booking. Randy says, great show, lads. Thank you, Randy. Much
Cheers, Randy.
Nice one, Sean. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, Nick, I just saw the comments there when I was going out there. I didn't realise, like, yeah, good luck to you, man. It's not easy when you're on a morphine for pain, mate. That's fucking hard.
Yeah.
You take it easy, Nick.
And
take it easy.
He fractured his tailbone last week.
Fractured his tailbone? Fucking hell, man. It must be fucking painful, man.
Mate, listen, you can't sit, you can't walk, you can't stand. Honestly, mate, I've damaged my tailbone once about 25 years ago, and I literally, honestly, I had to bend myself over the arm of the sofa to be comfortable, and I had to sleep like that.
It affects everything, doesn't it? It affects everything.
Fucking horrible, mate. It was horrible.
You know, mate, I had a slip discy thing. Man, bad. I ended up with 2 operations on my back. And the pain, I've never known pain like it. I've been in a lot of pain here and there. But the pain I had in them 2 back before I got them operations was unbelievable, mate. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Mark saying, thanks for the show, guys. Love it all.
Cheers, Mark. And good luck, Nick. I know.
Love you both. We'll hopefully see you both tomorrow. Well, mate, if you're not busy, you know, make yourself known. I'm sure, you know, Tony will.
Get that fucking morphine in there. Fucking hell, not funny that,
James, thank you for joining us, sir, from the grand land of the Potato Riviera.
Yep.
Good night, one and all. Love you all.
All the best, Nick.
Thank you for joining us. Sweet dreams, wonderful hammers. It was against Liverpool, apparently.
All right.
Not Nick, I'm sure.
Oh, I bet that must fucking hurt. That must hurt with your tailbone fucked. Jesus Christ, that'll be an effort.
Randy, odds for that must be huge. Bet Tony had a bet on it. Like as you leave the channel, please. Says Happy. Thank you. Cheers, Steve.
If you don't like it, don't fucking press it. Simple.
Yeah, press thumbs down if you have to.
You tell him, Expo. Have a listen to a bit of Rengeezer. Oh, the tale of Jenny and Screech. What fucking tale?
I have listened to some. I do believe I have. I get so busy listening to music.
I'll tell you what, Expo. I'll just say one thing about old Ren. That I've been into only heard it a few weeks ago. The Chalk Outlines. Fucking what a track that is, geezer. It's called Chalk Outlines by Ren and Chinchilla. It's fucking brilliant. Brilliant track. Anyway.
Okay. Nick says, on top of being bedbound with my spine, can't walk anyway, so I have to always stay on it. And I can't use my wheelchair. It's painful as fuck.
Fuck, I bet it is, man. Fuck me, man. I thought I was bad with my fucking back, just the back. Yeah, honestly, I've never known pain like it. I was fucking a mess. I couldn't stand in one spot for more than 10 seconds. I couldn't get in the car. I couldn't drive. It was so bad till I had the operation.
Yeah. Nick saying he may need surgery himself.
Yeah, I think you might, Nick. I think you might, bro.
Yeah.
Good luck with that, man. I can feel your pain, honestly. It reminds me of how bad I was.
Yeah. I don't know, Nick, if you are. Yes, actually, you are. Don't worry about that. I will cancel what I was going to say. Simon says, great show, guys. Best.
Cheers, Simon.
Yeah, thank you, Simon.
You get a lot of love here, Nick. You get a lot of love here, mate. Never mind them other channels, they're rubbish.
Always good shows, not always about hammers. Banter is what you need. Keeps us all smiling. Exactly.
Thanks, Michael. That's a very nice comment. That really is.
Yeah, it is. Basically, to us, It's two mates having a chat about football. Joined by
let's not get too serious or too down.
Yeah. So, you know, you guys help us to make our evening go with a bit of a giggle and everything as well. So,
even when you look at that budge, right, you know what I mean? With football, it's a be-all and end-all. It's not really. It's a game of football. We love West Ham. And we don't need to get too down over a loss or fucking too excited. When you look at poor old Nick there, fuck, man, and I know the pain he's in. It's probably worse than I fucking had. And you think, well, that's, you know, a little bit more important that he gets that sorted and he comes out on the right side of it. Good luck with that, bro.
X-Potential says he and Chinchilla have generations.
Yeah, Expo, I'm with you, brother. I'm with you, mate. Brilliant.
Yeah,
Ivan, Benjamin, Elijah, Tony. That's a fucking great name.
Yeah, but that's look what it spells out.
And I bet. How apt is that?
Yeah, mate. I mean, it was a long time ago for me, Nick. Best part of 35 years ago for me, since I had that injury. And that was caused from a car accident, you know. It was horrible. But that weren't the worst of my injuries. But it was the longest serving cause of concern for me.
Funny enough, not that I mentioned it, about a year ago, Nick, I'd done a job and I was doing a load of ceiling, fixing plasterboard ceilings and whatever.
Yeah.
And that night, mate, I thought I was having a heart attack. Fucking had to phone an ambulance. And my boy was with me and fucking he was shitting himself. And the ambulance come, put me on the morphine. You know, one of them pipes up in your mouth?
Yeah.
Killed a pain. I was sure it was a heart attack. They took me to the hospital, done every test in the world, couldn't find it. And eventually they done an MRI on me and they found a crack in my spine. And I reckon that's what it was. Because I was working above my head and I aggravated it.
Yeah.
And the pain, it was coming through my chest. It was right through my heart. I was sure it was a heart attack.
Yeah.
But it was they found a crack in my spine. And the pain was excruciating. But, yeah, there you go. It's all right now. As long as I don't do anything physical above my head, it doesn't bother me now.
Well, I can tell you firsthand that heart attack pain.
Yeah, well, you know that one.
Yeah.
Mate, this is probably worse than a heart attack pain because I just sure it was. It was fucking. I was screaming in agony, man.
Yeah. If you haven't
I've got that as well, Expo. I've watched that one as well, mate. Yeah, all good. I just prefer chalk outlines than that one.
That's the one I've listened to.
I'm all good, Nick. I'm all good, man. I'm all good, man.
That was bad English. No, don't worry about that. Tony's genitals. Oh.
What?
Oh, dear. Oh, God, yeah. It probably. Right. Nick, even all the breezy Northumberland excited for the next time, they're even more excited for getting a new pup.
A Newfoundland cross. Fucking hell, Neil. My mate, I used to know my mate Paul. I used to do work on his property. He had two Newfoundlands, geezer, and they're beautiful dogs. Huge.
Yeah. Well, the thing
one
is,
one got done by a snake, though, geezer. Snake got, snake bit him and fucked him. Got killed.
I know from actual fact that if you breed two fairly established breeds of dogs together, two different breeds, if you put them together, generally in a litter of puppies, you'll get larger dogs. They tend to throw the largest of their gene pool when you crossbreed. It's just a genetic thing that happens, right?
Right.
And so, you know, Newfoundlands are a bloody big dog.
Massive.
Are a big dog.
Massive.
you get the biggest of each of those coming out. Like, if you like, doesn't matter if they're the biggest of their breed. If they've got larger dogs in their line, then you can expect to have a fairly large dog there, Neil. And I'm sure it will be a beautiful.
I mean, they're two massive breeds, aren't they? St. Bernard and a Newfoundland. Fucking hell. And hairy. They're fucking hairy.
But at least you'll have a dog that'll swim across a great big lake, then climb a snowy mountain and bring you a drop of brandy.
That's about it. You got all bases covered there, Neil. Yeah, I always said to him, mate, but why have you got two Newfoundlands here in Brisbane, in Queensland? You know, hitting 100 degrees of heat. Poor fuckers, man. All that hair. They're not built for Australia.
Bango to Kieran's cheerleading hopes.
Yeah, it's all over that, mate. It's all over that.
Happy's nan had a Newfoundland, used to drag us out of the pool.
Yeah, good for that.
Brilliant. I wasn't, but I've changed phones. I've got a new phone now, and for some reason, I can't get back in. I don't know my login details. In fact, I went in through an invitation, so I didn't ever register my details, I don't think. But I will try and get back on there. Feed bill for that dog will be enormous.
Yeah. They are gentle giants, Sean. I love them two dogs they had, man. They was gorgeous. They're just so soppy and big and sloppy, though. There's a lot of slobber, like the St. Bernard. A lot of slobber, man. Fuck me.
Will they be called Burfoundland? New Bernard. Are they as big as a Great Dane? Nick, they're about
not
that
quite as tall.
Height. No, well, maybe not quite as tall.
But they're fucking wide and solid.
Yeah, but they're about twice the body weight of a Dane. At least twice the body weight. The New Saints. Bigger than Danes and muscular. Absolutely. They are very muscular. New Saints sound like a band.
It does. It does.
Nick, that would be great. Look me up on Facebook if you've got Facebook. Budgie Green Street. Look me up on there. Hook up with me, and we'll chat there. Okay, mate? Thank you. If you can't do Facebook, then ask Happy Amoret for my phone number. And you can either call me or WhatsApp me or text me. I know that Happy's on that app. So ask her to private message you with my number. Oh, well, there you go. Look, Facebook request received. Thank you. Total Network Solutions. Total Network Solutions. Right, okay, well, look, we're just talking a lot of our nonsense now. So let's get out of here. 2 hours, 24 minutes. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. It's been brilliant. Really enjoy it. I'm going to play it out with my own personal old school video. With a couple of little decent memories in there. Happy, you're going to love this.
Yeah, good luck, everyone. Have a good week. And maybe we'll see you on Tony's show tomorrow.
Yeah, hopefully we will see you there. If not, we will see you back here. Same place, same time, same channel. Next week. Hey, come on, you Hammers.
Go on, you Hammers.